To help mitigate the situation?
We were primarily responsible for making sure that the tenants were safe. We evacuated the lower floors that were affected by the backup, and we were in contact with other city departments to make sure that people were properly housed after the fact, and that they didn't have to go into any of the apartments that were affected by the backup.
So just talk about the actual backup itself. What do we know about how it started and the extent of damage?
I don't know how it started. City Works would be properly be able to handle that question, but there was a blockage underground, and it backed up. It affected several buildings, two apartment buildings on the east side and one apartment building on the west side. Only the buildings on the east side were affected. Their units were affected. Parking garages, storage spaces on the west side were affected.
And you're saying Ministry of Health, and that's because of what it is that's been flowing through these buildings, I guess? Yeah,
we called Ministry of Health to make sure that they're kept up to speed on any spills of this nature, and make sure that they are aware of potential health hazards for the residents of the building.
And how many people do you say roughly displaced right now?
I think it was 16, if I'm not mistaken, in total. We arranged through Toronto Housing. It's my mistake. We arranged through Department of Emergency Management, and therefore the Red Cross, for temporary housing for approximately 6 people. the rest of the affected people were able to find their own alternative housing for the night.
And just describe the damage sort of at the worst end of things. You're saying that water was actually pouring out of people's or one person's unit, from what you heard.
From what I heard, it was one unit in particular was affected heavily. The other ones, it was more spreading as fluids do through the lower areas of the apartment block.